Hey friends, here we go again, and I'm going to try and talk really fast. I have already primed my eyelids with the Wet n Wild primer, and I'm showing you the shape. I'm going by my natural shadows that I have on my eyes, and I am priming also under my eyes because there's going to be quite a bit of shadow that goes under there. And I'm using a palette called City Colors. I'll be pulling that up, and that's a purple, blue, a green, and a yellow. And the other two palettes that I just picked up were by LA Colors. I didn't end up using them, and here I'm showing you the brushes I'm going to be using to cut. And so the cut crease is in 3 shades of green. The one that you see in the City Colors palette, and then you will see also that I dip into the BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette for the other 2 shades. And that's just to give the cut crease some dimension and also some intensity. So it's going by pretty fast here, but you will soon see that um, when all of this goes through, you will soon see the end result is, after all the blending and everything, quite a gradient is created by my doing that, and that's always a good look. And then under the green, after I fill my lids with this purple crayon that you're going to see that I use as a base, and it's also got quite a bit of glitters by Ulta. And on top of that goes the purple from the City Colors palette. And then another purple from the BH Cosmetics palette that I will be pointing out. And then the eyeliner is by it's the gel eyeliner that I favor. And here I'm showing you brushes. That's the e.l.f. brush. It's a pencil brush. And that's what I do all the blending, and I'm pushing upwards. And then I'm blending like with a bigger brush. Then this is a flat blending brush, and that's by Echo Tools. But I wanted to talk about the eyeliner. I'm doing quite the cat eye, and that's going to be with the Maybelline Eye Studio in Blackest Black. And mine had sort of dried up a little bit, so a good trick is to use some Vaseline drops. It works for me, and it will glide like a dream. And the brushes that I use to get the eyeliner on is a generic paintbrush. You can also use nail art brushes. I prefer them. I think they're more precise, and especially when you're trying to get a really precise line on a hooded eye. So I still see here myself blending the eyebrows and the lashes, which are by Profusion, and they're the spiderweb lashes, are done off camera. And I'm going to take that yellow, and I'm going to blend out the top of the cut crease, blend out any harsh edges, and then the eyebrows, the brow bone rather, is highlighted by a very light pinkish color, and that is inside the BH Cosmetics palette. And it also is a color I use on the inner corners of my eye. The yellow in the City Colors palette is not only used to blend out the seams of the green cut crease, it's also used in my tear duct area as a highlight. And the magenta color that you see that goes under and between the purple and the green it's also a cut crease. It goes in between both colors, and it's more like a line. It looks more like a line and comes out, and that comes from the BH Cosmetics. So there's 2 cut creases here. One that's more blended out, which are the greens. The other that looks more like a line, which is the magenta. And then I'm sorry, there's also a blue that comes before the magenta, and that comes from the City Colors palette. So there's the green, under that a blue, then the magenta, and then the all purple lid. And I'm using those flat shader brushes to apply the purple, and you see I'm patting it on. you get your best results doing that, and then blending it out with a clean brush. Um, all of these brushes are either by e.l.f. or by the Echo Tools line, and you'll see that I'll use a couple of paint brushes. That blue paintbrush is the Royal line. You can get these brushes at your local department stores or at Walgreens is where I have found them. And I go over this cut crease, again, the magenta line, after I have on all of my eyeliner, because it loses a little bit of its intensity as I'm, blending and blending and blending. And so that's pretty much how all of this works out. I'm going to get into some face makeup, but I use just a BB cream because if I'm going to go this hard on the eyes, and the eyeliner, I'm going to play down the face. And so I use the BB cream by Garnier as just a light foundation and to even out my skin tone. And then on top of that, I just use some blush, and it's the Ulta Covet. I use it as a blush. It's actually a dual eyeshadow. I never use it as an eyeshadow. I think it makes a much better blush. And then I do a little bit of bronzing with the e.l.f. excuse me, baked eyeshadows. And I use those more on my face than I do my eyes. And that's because of the finish that I get. So you can multi-use most e.l.f. products anyway. You see I'm doing the brow highlight here. That's with a very light pink. It's got like a satiny texture to it. And in the inner parts of my eye where I have some puffiness on mine. And then the yellow is used as a highlight in the tear duct area, and then the inner under, and the inner points of the eye and under on the bottom lash line. Here I'm showing you that I have finished my brows, and I'm going to do my eyeliner. In my waterline, I use a Rimmel liner, and it's actually a black eyeliner, but it's got some silvery or some glitter in it. I forget the color as it says it too, black silver or black gold, and it does come out that way, like metallic. And then here I am applying my eyeliner and using the paintbrush to get the detail, and it's quite the cat eye. It's been a long time, since I pull off a cat eye this intense. I call this the tropical look because it reminded me so much of the colors you would see in the tropics, and very, very sexy. And on the lips, to match the eyes, I use the MAC Glam lipstick, which I am quite sure is Milani, not Rimmel, which I identified this as Rimmel before. It's not. It's a Milani lipstick. It's quite purple. It's like sort of between a magenta and a purple at the same time. It's called MAC Glam. And then on top of that, I use a high gloss. Here I am taking a loose black pigment by LA Colors and setting my bottom eyeliner. I also set the top, but I didn't record that part. And that's just a loose pigment. That would make a great product to pull off a nice smoky eye. And here I am redoing the magenta cut crease with an Echo Tools eyeliner brush. I'm blending all of that out. And I wanted to mention again that the lip gloss that I use is by e.l.f. and it's the reddish, it's a red berry, but it's iridescent. And I think I've not missed anything as far as the products that you see that I'm using. The blush brush that I'm using here is by LA Colors, and I also use it for the bronzing. And that was it for face makeup. And I certainly hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed doing it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.